Hi. I was just kind of thinking about how I've done a video every day for quite a while now, and I've always had content. There's always been something to say. And had I not made those videos, we would have never known about it. I would have never known about it. And it just brings up this concept of what happens if you just do a little bit every day. If you just pick something to do, whether it's for a half an hour a day, for an hour a day, learn to play piano, write, paint, meditate, how much it adds up. If you do it for so many days, I just am reflecting on how much I wouldn't have known about myself if I didn't decide that I will make a video every single day. And how many things that I've learned and realized about myself and then actually used some of that content on stage before or in my books. In my book, but I'm about to write another one. You know how many chapters in my book were also based on something that I came up with because I decided to make a video a day? I had no idea. Like, there's a chapter called Welcome to Deep Down, and that's also from a video I made called Welcome to Deep Down. Because one day I was sitting with my friend, and she said, well, deep down I know everything's okay. And then I said, what if deep down isn't? But luckily I had created an assignment for myself to make a video every day. And so that was the video. I ran home and talked about it. And then that's been in my content, that's been in my book, that's been used on stage. But the reason wasn't because that idea showed up. We all have these ideas show up every day. It's because I captured it by dedicating this time. You have those ideas show up, but if you're not looking for what the insight is for the next video or the next diary entry or the next chapter or whatever, you're not going to catch it. And because of that, we're depriving the world of a lot of stuff, of our gift. We're depriving ourselves because I learned so much about myself from it. I learned so much about my sadness and my worries and my excitement and everything because I put it out there and then see it. And it's so crazy to experience what happens when you just dedicate every day. And you would think a few minutes a day is not that big a deal, but boy, when you get 30 days in and you're sitting here with 30 videos that average 8 to 10 minutes each, you realize, wow, that's, 240 to 300 minutes of content. That's another book. That's another thing. And each one of these videos could be a book, And I'm just kind of reflecting on it because you would think I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but then you have all day and you have insight after insight after insight that you wouldn't notice unless you got it out and recorded. So I just kind of want to reflect on this as a part of the way their point that there's so many things that happen when you dedicate yourself to doing a little bit each day. And if you just, without knowing what the whole thing is, look at the idea of doing a little bit each day and saying for 300 days, I'm doing this for a year, right? If you look at, these are the daily insights. You can go to my website, kylecease.com, and go to a year of daily insights. And there's a video for every day. Many of these also end up on YouTube, but there's a video for every day. That's so much, and so much adds up. And you learn more about yourself. You even learn this. One thing I know is even when I can't think of anything, it'll still show up. I didn't know that at the beginning, but by doing it, I now know that. If I can't think of anything, it'll still show up. There's always something to be discovered about me. And that means that same thing for you. But you have to start and show up because your mind can't see it. It goes, nah, not for me. And it looks at its past when we weren't doing that creativity. So just as a little encouragement for you, I'm just surprised by what has happened to me and how much I have to say and how much I have to discover. Just a little bit each day. Guarantee yourself a half an hour a day to do something creative, and you won't believe what difference it makes after 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 days. Yeah,